In addition to sunscreen, topical antioxidants are a great addition to your morning defense routine. When our skin encounters UV rays and even pollution, we can develop these things called free radicals beneath the skin. Free radicals are like skin pickpockets. They're stealing from your skin cells, but antioxidants are like your bodyguards. Topical antioxidants are a great addition to the morning routine because they help to neutralize those free radicals and calm the skin. What I recommend to my patients is to use a topical antioxidant serum or a sunscreen that has some topical antioxidants in it, and that is your main active for your morning routine. L-ascorbic acid is the most studied topical antioxidant for this purpose, but I actually like other formulations like THD or tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. That one is more oil soluble and it's better tolerated by those who have sensitive skin. Hi, I'm Dr. Caroline Robinson, board-certified cosmetic dermatologist in Chicago, and we're talking skin longevity today. What if your skin wasn't just a barrier, but a living, breathing organ you could train for longevity? Think of our skin cells as a living system. We don't see our other organs like our heart and our lungs, but we see our skin every day. Sometimes it's easy to think that it's just a barrier and it doesn't let anything in or out. But actually, our skin is very dynamic. It's turning over constantly. New cells are being produced at the bottom layers of the skin, and they're rising to the surface and flaking away. When we're younger, this can take about 4 weeks, but as we get wiser, our skin cells can take as long as 6 or 8 weeks to turn over. Here's the secret. You actually have the power to influence your skin's renewal cycles. We also have some special type of skin cells called senescent cells. They are sleepy skin cells, which can start to influence the other cells around them. This is called cellular senescence, and it's actually an important driver of skin aging. Senescent skin cells release signals to other neighboring skin cells. It encourages them to become sleepy themselves. What do I mean by sleepy? That means that these cells are not actually carrying out the main functions that we need our skin to do, which is to protect, repair, and to lock in hydration. So when these senescent skin cells release their signals, which are called SASP, S-A-S-P, these signals can actually tell our other cells to become more dull, to become more pigmented, leading to uneven pigment, and to just be sluggish and sleepy themselves. The goal is not to have zero senescent skin cells. It's to minimize the amount that we have and to minimize their impact on the rest of our skin. My approach to longevity is to think about 2 categories: daytime defense and nighttime repair. Daytime is defense mode. You've heard me say it a ton, but sunscreen is our main form of defense against UV rays that can harm the skin. One of our largest data sets that supports this is out of Australia, and it was a 4.5-year study that followed sunscreen and non-sunscreen users. It actually showed that daily use of sunscreen could help decrease photoaging, which is aging that is caused by UV rays, by 24%. Think of sunscreen as your first injectable without the needle. I talk a lot about different types of UV rays, and one that I just want to highlight right now is UVA, which can actually make its way through windows. This means that sunscreen should be worn whether you're going outside or not, and that's something that I advise my patients. In addition to sunscreen, topical antioxidants are a great addition to your morning defense routine. When our skin encounters UV rays and even pollution, we can develop these things called free radicals beneath the skin. Free radicals are like skin pickpockets. They're stealing from your skin cells, but antioxidants are like your bodyguards. Topical antioxidants are a great addition to the morning routine because they help to neutralize those free radicals and calm the skin. What I recommend to my patients is to use a topical antioxidant serum or a sunscreen that has some topical antioxidants in it, and that is your main active for your morning routine. L-ascorbic acid is the most studied topical antioxidant for this purpose, but I actually like other formulations like THD or tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. That one is more oil soluble and it's better tolerated by those who have sensitive skin. I always talk about sunscreen and I always talk about SPF. If you want a deep dive, go back to episode 1. Nighttime is repair mode, and topical retinoids are the most effective topical for this purpose. Yes, you can get the benefits of retinoids even if you have sensitive skin, and here's how. Tretinoin is the most studied retinoid. It's a prescription, and I write it often for patients, but how it works essentially is it upregulates or increases our collagen producing genes, specifically type 1 collagen, and it decreases our MMPs, which are responsible for collagen breakdown. This is important because one of the main changes that occurs when we get wiser is that we lose collagen. Beginning as early as the age of 25, our collagen production slows down about 1% of collagen every year. Retinols are an over-the-counter version. However, they don't work as directly as prescription retinoids, so I prefer prescription. Not everyone can tolerate retinoids or retinol, and I have little tips and tricks that I use in my practice, mostly involving moisturizing the skin before and after you use it and making sure that you're using a small amount a few times a week. Other options that I recommend in my practice are, instead of a daily retinol, that we then plan out quarterly microneedling treatments or annual laser treatments. And these can help to stimulate collagen as well. Menopause changes the game completely, and some studies say that you can lose as much as 30% of collagen in the first 5 years. So if this is a topic you're interested in and want to learn more about, let me know in the comments below. Habits matter. Things that you do daily and consistently, apart from your skincare, what you eat, the thoughts that you have about yourself, and how you work out your physical body, all impact how your skin looks and how healthy it is. Glowing skin in your 60s starts with what you do today. Let's talk about why skin longevity matters now more than ever. Exercise doesn't just change your muscles, it changes your skin. There is some newer evidence that shows that resistance training, for example, can increase dermal collagen and thickness. It's important to get some physical activity during the week so that you can not only feel good, but you can look good. Sleep is super important. Getting 7 to 8 hours per night minimum is what I recommend. I get this question a lot because some of my patients work overnight or work at odd hours of the day, and we really have to pay attention to things like how dark the room is, because those signals that get sent to your brain to help you with your circadian rhythm and to help you with your sleep, those signals are also sent to the skin, and they turn on our repair enzymes during specific hours to help our skin renew for the next day. Moisturization, I think it goes without saying, is extremely important. You need to moisturize your skin. Moisturizing doesn't just calm your skin, it actually can calm your entire body. Studies are showing that it can help to reduce our levels of inflammatory markers within the body. Last, I always mention stress to my patients. So reducing your level of stress can reduce not only cortisol, but other stress markers in your skin. And that can help you age as glowy as you want to. Your skin isn't just what you put on it, it's how you fuel it. We've talked about morning defense and nighttime repair and how those two things can strengthen our skin barrier and support our skin longevity. But it's important to think about some other ingredients that are newer, maybe not as much data around, but very promising for helping us slow down skin aging. Some notable ones are OSO1 peptide, an ingredient that has preliminary data that it improves the senescent skin cells within our skin. But cellular senescence isn't the whole story when it comes to advanced skin aging. There are a lot of theories about how our skin ages and why. And what I think is super important and super interesting is to understand those different things and let that inform the choices that you make for your skin's longevity. And one of those things we touched on early in the video was this concept of the senescent cells. And that's where I think new research and new data is really focused on getting us some solutions for those sleepy skin cells. But And more established theory about why and how our skin ages is this concept of inflammaging. So what that means essentially is when our skin encounters sun, or when we eat certain foods, or even as we just progress through our lives, we're constantly encountering things that cause inflammation within the skin. So that's why our nighttime repair was so important, because we only have such a window of time to start to repair some of those changes that are happening in the skin. But then we all get to a point where nighttime repair alone just doesn't quite get it. And we actually start to develop some chronic inflammation, just this low level of smoldering change in the skin that starts to drive the aging process. So basically, the best way to build from your foundation of morning defense and nighttime repair is to start to add ingredients that specifically target inflammation and therefore help to slow down our skin aging process and improve our skin longevity. So here's your priority list. In the morning, you want that antioxidant sunscreen and you want to add that moisturizer. At nighttime, make sure that we're using a retinol, retinoid, or retinol alternative to try to get those reparative effects that we know kick in overnight. Daily, we need to move our body. One of the things that I love to do is yoga, because it kind of combines that physical activity that you need with the stress reduction from the mental activity that you need. So what do I do to look good and feel good? Well, first, I'm definitely doing the morning defense. I use an antioxidant every day and a tinted mineral sunscreen every single day. And at nighttime, I am huge on topical retinoids. But I mentioned lifestyle as skincare, and I very firmly believe that and practice that myself. I love yoga. If you get to know me, you know I'm also a person who loves efficiency. So anytime there's a 2-in-1, I'm over there. Sometimes I'll do a sunscreen that has an antioxidant in it. So that's also another little tip, a little trick to minimize the amount of steps you're using in your skincare routine. Okay, so you had a big bowl of leafy greens, you moved your body today, and you meditated. But you maybe need to know what to put on your face tonight. I have got you. I left a little list in the description below, my favorite longevity skincare picks that I use personally and recommend often to my patients. Your best skin isn't behind you, it's ahead of you. Let's build it together. So I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.